I think part of the reason I don't want to do it is because I don't want to do it and realize I'm happier not on social media.
Here we are. You're gonna have to delete that in a second.
Well, I'm not going to delete the apps.
Yeah, you have to delete that.
Right now I can't hear. I'm going to get my ears fixed on Thursday. I've just recovered from COVID.
I'm hearing a lot of complaining.
So, how's that complaining? I'm narrating what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going a week without social media, which is going to be hard because I typically use social media a lot. That's the message I put in the boys group chat. Okay, it's
ready
midnight.
to start it.
I'm
Is it?
going. Yeah.
Oh, it just says...
I'm gonna constantly be clicking on Google Docs because that's where Twitter is, and I'm gonna instinctively, that's where my brain's gonna go. What I'm most excited about is kind of like sharing a week in my life, because I feel like over the last couple years, I've kind of become less attached to my content, like my personality's been less attached to it. I feel like I'm just kind of talking about things rather than showing myself.
So what I actually want to look into is like, what has your screen time and stuff been up until now? Like, for example, this week.
I have used, oh my God.
Oh no, is it bad?
Yesterday, I was on my phone for 12 hours and 53 minutes.
Oh my God.
I want to try and take up some hobbies with this free time, you know? Maybe do some reading, what else?
I love the inspirational message on the computer still. Be free. It's so curious.
To start things off, you had day one, which I just was like trying to adjust, I think, to not using social media, so to speak.
I've gone 18 minutes without social media, so I've just got to do this 500 more times. I just had to use the bathroom, and I didn't realize to the extent that I can't just sit on the toilet without scrolling through social media. Like, I can't even use the toilet without scrolling through social media anymore. So it's probably too much information. I literally watch YouTube before I go to sleep every night. What do I do now? I mean, I want to start reading before I go to bed. That would actually be a really good thing. I guess I'm just gonna try and go to sleep without looking at my phone. So another thing, every morning I will just go on social media for like half an hour to an hour before I get up and out of bed. And that's what wakes me up in the morning. Without having that, I actually really struggled to get up. I've slept in 3 hours later than I usually do. I still think it's ridiculously harsh from Vegard to say I can't use Facebook Messenger and Snapchat, because like I literally just use them the way I'd use iMessage or WhatsApp. I'm just using them to message people. I think we need to change it. I'm gonna go discuss. They're not social medias. They're the same as iMessage. I'm happy for not being able to watch YouTube. I'm not caving though. I'm literally...
Okay, I mean, if you want to change the rules on day one, you can do that, and you can see what people think.
So I know I'm complaining a lot, and that's probably gonna be a theme in this video, that I am gonna complain a lot. A big part of it for me is proving to myself that I can do it, that I can go a week without using social media. That's really important to me. And complaining is my coping mechanism, you know? Anyway, I've got a couple of important things to do today. Firstly, I've got to finish my video, and by that I mean I've got to get Vegard to watch it and do a few things to it, because my hearing isn't good enough. I can't really hear it. He needs to sort out audio levels and stuff, and a couple of edits. I've got 2 really important emails I need to reply to. One about potentially seeing Turning Red early. It's out in 9 days, and I might be able to get to see it tonight. Really exciting. So we're just putting the finishing touches on my video about why I don't like social media anymore. And I'm honestly really gutted because I can't use social media anymore.
You can't see
I can't see the reaction. And this is one of the videos where I want to see the reaction to the most. I'm gonna delete the app.
Yeah, you have to delete that.
So, an update into my life. I do call my mum every day, and I'm just gonna give her a quick ring, letting her know I'm not on social media, and that she needs to be careful about what she sends me. No sending me TikToks, Mum. Hi, Mum. You like my pancakes? You don't want to be in the video?
No. I remember for large portions of the day, I was just clicking on where the apps were supposed to be on my phone. I was like clicking on a bunch of apps that weren't very useful. Like I kept clicking on like the Google Docs app. So an interesting thing I found though was I put the chess app in place of one of them. And because I kept clicking on the chess app and I was like, okay, I'd go for a game of chess. And it led to me playing a lot. I think you'll find if you look at my screen time from day one, I think I played about 2 hours of chess that day.
So I don't want to be annoying and like reach some way too quick conclusions, but I was just on the toilet. And again, I didn't know what to do. So I went on my screen time to see how I was doing, because it didn't feel that different. And I've already used my phone 6 hours today. It's not even 6 p.m. yet. So I'm kind of like, by the end of the day, I'm gonna hit 8-9 hours again. Meaning I haven't really cut down my screen time by cutting out social media. Meaning even without it, I'm just still finding something to do on my phone. Once again, proving that I'm just using social media to fill the empty void when nothing is going on, you know?
I think I found out about myself that I was almost more addicted to my phone than I was to social media. I think that was an immediate realization because my screen time, as I pointed out, was still really high.
I have texted every single person who has messaged me since Sunday now, which feels good. I'm actually on top of things. I usually just ignore people. And today, I'm not doing that. I'm a new man. Me off social media. Better human being.
I do think it's a better use of my time to be messaging people and just having conversations with people whose opinions I actually value and care about. It felt almost refreshing to have that many conversations with that many people. It was like my birthday.
We're just gonna film myself reading, you know? I have no idea what chapter I was on. This is an awful camera angle, isn't it? I'm leaving the flat beyond going to put the bins out and checking the mail for the first time in over a week.
Hey camera.
I'm actually taking a break off social media this week. Have I mentioned this to you?
Really? That's so impressive.
I actually haven't gone on yet.
I got a message just as it turned midnight, but it is midnight. I didn't really have that much withdrawal from social media today. I didn't really notice that I wasn't on it. But what I find really interesting is my phone measures how many times you just pick up the phone. And compared to the previous 2 days, I picked up my phone significantly more times today, which implies to me that I wanted to go on social media, realized it wasn't there, closed my phone, put it away quite a lot of times today. And that's presumably why I picked it up more times today than I do on other days. So, as I said I would do, I'm reading tonight before I go to bed, which is actually a habit I want to continue after this video. So, I actually slept really well last night, crazily. I read 4 chapters in my book, went to sleep at about 3:30. Going to get my ears fixed today. I had 2 missed calls from them when I woke up this morning, so gonna have to see what that's about. Can you imagine if they're not getting fit? That would actually be the end of the world.
I can't say this on camera.
I'm gonna turn the camera off so you can update me.
Yes.
On day 2, I was definitely like, I need to detach myself from my phone a little bit and maybe do things that actual human beings did before they used their phones. I was trying to read more.
The audiologist is running late. I'm reading. Okay, I've just stopped at a Starbucks. I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm finally... I have not been keeping up to date with the news at all, and so I just thought I would go on BBC and see what's going on. And it's all bad. I don't know if you can just loudly hear Vegard listening to Reputation in the other room. The way I would describe our roommate or our flatmate ship is Vegard loudly blasts Reputation while I quietly listen to folklore in the living room.
I mean, at one point that day, I started meditating. I still don't really know what was going on there. Like...
I don't know if this is a sign that I've just gone absolutely insane, but I've decided I'm gonna turn off the music, close my book, and just try and meditate for half an hour. I'm just gonna close my eyes and just try and sit. I don't know if that's actually how you're meant to meditate. I would look it up, but I feel like you're just kind of meant to just kind of keep yourself to yourself, just kind of sit in peace and breathe in and breathe out. It's been 2 days, how is this happening?
Yeah, spoilers. I did not meditate beyond that day. I fell asleep.
Okay, so while you were on the phone to Tessa, I decided to try meditating. Is it that bad?
That is... what? You meditated?
I fell asleep while doing it as well.
Did you do like a guided app?
No, it said just sit there for 10 minutes and focus on your breathing.
Yeah. I mean, I have used like Headspace and stuff, but I could never imagine you just sitting on your bed like...
So, oh my god, Wow, my voice at this time in the morning. Negative con right now, my sleeping pattern is still in the mud, and I still can't really like adjust to waking up in the morning and not going on my phone. It's such a bad habit. I know how bad a habit that must be. I want to learn not to do that, but anyway, this morning I did just have a doom scroll of the BBC News app.
Interestingly, I think I was sleeping a lot more not using social media, which may sound like a good thing, but also really annoyed me at the time. Hey everyone, so if you want some insight into how we do videos, Vegard has just finished the edit for, I love my washing just in the background, but anyway, sorry.
The worst thing.
Apologies for the state we are in, but Vegard has just finished the edit for the zombies video that probably went out a couple weeks ago when you're watching this. What we always do is we watch it through, make sure everything's fine. Vegard's finished it, but we're just gonna check it through, make sure everything's in place.
Today's the first day we can attend human high school.
I think day 3 was probably the easiest day for me because I ended up going out in the evening for about 6 hours to see the Batman.
My phone maps is really advising I walk through a park right now, which I feel like is not the best advice when it's late. I'm gonna give it a park. I don't even know how to get into this park, to be honest with you. This doesn't seem like there's an entrance. I went to get my phone and I stopped the camera and I've just realized this is a graveyard as well. I'm walking through a graveyard. Oh my, okay, well.
I think there was a big moment of realization like that just there when I was like, I was trying to read on the train and I just noticed everyone else was on their phone. I definitely started to notice that on day 3. Loads of people use their phones, and one thing that really got to me, because I was at the cinema, people go on their phones and like scroll through messages and go through social media in the cinema. It's just a few hours where you just detach and you just get lost in that one. People are just going on their phones the minute there's a lull in a film. By day 3, I guess I'm the anti-using phones guy. I'm like that old man, like kids these days.
So, I think I've come up with a new method to waking myself up in the morning without properly going on my phone, is to just, when my alarm goes off, put on an album, and rather than going back to sleep, try and listen to the album I put on. It worked today.
Hello, okay, it is past 12 on Saturday, which means I'm officially halfway through. So far, this has been a success. I want to share some of my discoveries. Really positive. My screen time has gone down every day since I've started doing this. Now, albeit this is only halfway through the day on Saturday. Yesterday, I was out pretty much the entire end of the day at least. I'm not really like sitting here and thinking, oh, I really miss being on Twitter right now. I don't think really much happened this day. I just kind of sat around at home watching movies. And I think that kind of transitions into day 5, which was
the breaking day.
So, we have some bad news this morning. This wasn't intentional, but I woke up to about 3 messages saying, oh my god, Seamus, have you seen the Man United team news? So I went on BBC News to check if there was any stories, and I accidentally saw a tweet. It's the first time this has happened, but I would rather be upfront and address it. I can only apologize. I can't expect forgiveness, but I can hope you can know that this was an honest mistake. Later that day, I noticed Vegard had left his YouTube logged in on the computer, and I just found myself staring at his homepage. Yeah, I might be starting to miss social media, even though I don't watch the same videos as Vegard. I was just interested. I miss watching YouTube videos. And then I went and watched the football later that evening at my friend Fraser's house, and he was scrolling Twitter on his laptop. You know, I really missed Twitter when the football was on. That's like one thing I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of do like scrolling through Twitter when I'm watching football.
Is it cheating if I look at Twitter over Fraser's shoulder?
Yes.
I did look. I looked over his shoulder on a couple occasions. He read a few tweets out to me. Day 6, we're on to the penultimate day, and I feel like at this point I was just kind of done with the challenge. I wasn't gonna break it again. I still didn't really break it. We over-dramatized that a little bit. It was for me now just a personal challenge. Like, I wanted to prove to myself I could do it.
London looks pretty today. I've probably got too shaky a hand, but I feel like spring is now here. You see, I'm appreciating the small things without social media, right? But yeah, I'm not really missing social media as much. I haven't even been going on the news that much today. And Fraser's got some Itsu.
Another Monday for the books. I just spent 12 hours at Fraser's, watched 2 Batman movies, and had a Nando's.
Like, I felt like I'd learned what I needed to learn. 5 days was a pretty long period of time not to spend on something you're using for 8 hours a day. I just wanted to get through this week to say I'd done it.
We are on the final day. So basically, today I'm gonna be back on social media in 10 hours. You're probably thinking, wait, Seamus, does that mean it's 2 o'clock? Did you once again sleep in till the afternoon? Yes, I also have serious issues with my sleeping. Today's an interesting day because I'm going to get to see Turning Red today. It is the 8th of March. Look at that! I'm gonna get to see this early. I'm gonna watch Turning Red. I can't really show you anything from that because I just signed a contract, a waiver, and so like an exclusive sneak peek of getting a link to watch a movie is they plaster your email address on it, which is, I'm assuming, because if it gets leaked, then your email is just plastered all over the footage.
The number one rule in my family.
What can I say about Turning Red? I immediately just want to watch it again, which I guess is a good trait for a film to have. And it was very weird. My current title is Pixar Are Turning Weirder, and why that's great. What's the first thing I'm gonna do? Oh, I made plans for the first thing I'm gonna do.
What?
It's turned midnight. Oh my god, I just did an entire week without social media. I did it. I learned a lot. Well, I don't think I actually did learn a lot.
Yeah.
That's the disappointing thing.
Do you feel like the stuff you filled up the time with was more useful? Like the reading and stuff?
The reading was nice. I actually forgot how much I liked reading. I think I should probably go back to doing what I was doing.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm gonna take in more habits. I think it's about reducing my phone screen time now.
Did you experience any FOMO when you weren't on social media?
Yeah, I feel like there probably was less FOMO not being
Yeah.
on social media. That is interesting. I didn't think of that. Because yeah, I wouldn't have seen anyone hanging out or anything. I didn't know what anyone else was doing, really. Hi, it's Friday, the 11th of March. I'm just on the grind to get this Turning Red video done. And I do actually have a few things I've realized over the last few days now I'm back on social media. I think the biggest thing is I'm not going on social media just because anymore.
Really?
Or at least I'm trying not to. One thing I noticed, when I went back on social media, I don't think I'd seen an advert in a week. When you spend all week not looking at personalized ads, like just seeing billboards and watching adverts on the TV, when you get personalized ads again, it's really weird because you're like, is my phone listening to me? I think the biggest thing I've noticed is since coming back, I have not posted anything yet. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what to post. Like, I haven't posted on Instagram for 10 days now, like even on my story. I literally said to Meg, I was like, I should probably use Instagram and post something on my story, and I still haven't done it because I just don't know what to post on there.
That all for the update?
I think that's all. Those are my 4 points. So to be honest, I think that I did this in probably the most challenging week I could have done it. I tried not to work this week. I was trying to fill the space where I wasn't using social media with other activities. I think that made this a lot more challenging. I ended up going out probably a little bit more than I would have if I was actually working. It was definitely an interesting experience, and I didn't find it easy, but it was more of a minor inconvenience. I don't think I'm particularly addicted to social media, or I'm not as addicted as I thought I was. I think I'm addicted to my phone. Anyway, this video was kind of different. I actually had a real fun time just kind of trying to do this for a video. I want to film more things that I just get up to and show more of my personal life, and I think that was a big thing about this video for me. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. You can subscribe, watch another video, check out my Patreon, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Oh my god, did you know they just released the trailer for Puss in Boots 2?